Etsy sellers, welcome back to my channel. And today, I can't believe I haven't done this video in the entire time my channel's been on YouTube. We're going to look at what happens when you're getting views but no sales. This is one of the most common complaints from Etsy sellers that are building and growing their Etsy stores. And I haven't actually directly addressed this. So for the first time ever, join me over the next few minutes and stick with me for the whole video. I'm going to be giving you so much value on why your store is getting views but no sales. There's more to this than you think, and I hope by the end of this video you understand it. So let's get cracking. So the first thing we need to understand is the context of your views. Views into your Etsy store are not all the same. And I know I'm the only one telling you this. Other people will say, it doesn't matter where the views come from. A view is a view. A sale is a sale. No, it's not. The only views that matter to the visibility and ranking of your store are views that come from inside Etsy. Let me be clear. Views that come from inside Etsy. They give you organic ranking and visibility. It's the context that matters. And I know there's hundreds of thousands of you out there that are getting views but no sales. So let's look at this first of all in terms of your store's age. We're going to deal with up to 12 months old in terms of store age. Okay, so in the first month of your store's life, your store is new. In 1 to 3 months, your store is also still new. Etsy's still learning about you. 3 to 6 months, you're getting established. 6 to 12 months, you're getting established. And after about a year, we can say that whatever is going on in your store, you have an established presence inside Etsy. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I don't know. My job here with views but no sales is to help you understand how your views are affecting your store and what is causing you problems when you're getting views but no sales. So we're going to deal with the why, so when you're getting views in a minute. But first of all, we've got to deal with the context. So where your views are coming from. So let me just erase this little bit here, right? And we're going to deal with the problem. So this is the problem, and you can either choose to believe me, and I hope you do, or you can choose not to believe me and you will still run around in Facebook groups and Reddit trying to find the answer. This is the answer. Believe me, I've been doing this 10 years and worked on tens of thousands of Etsy stores. Right now, I'm working with over 100 Etsy stores. Right now, there's nobody on this planet that's working with 100 Etsy stores. And I've been doing this for 10 years. So I'm giving you this straight from experience. So views context, right? You've got organic and you've got external. Okay? So you've got organic views that are inside Etsy and you've got external views that are coming in from anywhere outside Etsy. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, external advertising, Meta ads, Google ads. All of that stuff is external. None of that stuff will give you visibility and ranking. Some of you are starting to realize this now. I've seen a few posts in Reddit recently where people are saying, actually, no, Nick's got a point. Of course I have a point. I've been doing this for so long, right? So in the first month, now this is just average, typical, okay? This doesn't mean it applies directly. The numbers I'm going to put here, right? It's just to show you what is kind of normal, all right? So in your first month on Etsy, if you've got something like, I don't know, anywhere from 20 to 80 views, something like that over a month, even, anywhere there, even if it's slightly below 20, that's normal, right? Internal to Etsy. Etsy sent you those views. You didn't plug and promote to get them. You don't want that. You want Etsy to send you the traffic because customers are voluntarily clicking on your products. That's what you want. That traffic is warm. It is voluntary, right? So in your first month, if you get anything like that, that's great. That's normal. Okay? Hopefully, over time, you want a 2% conversion rate. So for every 100 visits you get 2 sales over time. But look, at the beginning, it doesn't matter. Too much, right? But if you, and I see loads of you on Reddit and places like that, if you've got 300 to 1,000, right? 300 to 1,000 views or visits in the first month. I always know this is social media and external traffic. This is bonkers, right? This is bonkers. You're flooding your store with low converting external traffic. You will not make sales. You will tank your conversion rate and your store will be dead, right? So look at your traffic. Look, I'm going to go through this so that you can find where you are, right? So brand new store. I see these numbers all the time being posted on Instagram, TikTok, Reddit. These numbers are madness because these will not convert. Etsy's going to see all these views coming in. You're not converting. It's not going to be interested, right? So 1 to 3 months, you know, let's just say, I don't know, somewhere like this, 200 to 600 visits, views. That's fine. That's okay. You're building, you're growing, right? As you build and grow, you get momentum and your organic views go up. Okay, this is normal, right? As this passes down through, if you're selling decent stuff that people want to buy, your designs are good, your products are good, this is going to accelerate. It's going to get faster or higher as time passes, right? But over this time here, right, you could have something like 1,000 to 4,000 external traffic views. And this is now starting to cause a significant problem because this is dwarfing what Etsy is able to give you. This is normal. I've told you in a previous video, Etsy is a visibility gatekeeper. It gatekeeps the visibility. It won't just give you 1,000 views. You have to prove that you can make sales. And the only way you can do that is to list slowly and steadily and let your organic visibility, views, velocity build up. I hope I'm getting through to you here. This is critical. This is why thousands of you are failing every day because of this. It's got to come from here, from Etsy. Literally, new sellers, they're just opening Etsy stores and straight into Facebook, straight into Instagram and TikTok, trying to send traffic and getting nowhere. Literally getting nowhere. So 200 to 600, right? So 3 to 6 months. It could be anywhere from now we're into 600. I don't know, 2,400, something like that, or more, right? But over here, we're now into silly territory, right? And then we go 6 to 12 months, so 2,400 to maybe 10,000, and then 10,000 to 30,000, something like that. These are views or visits. Either is okay. Remember, a visit is when someone enters your store. A view is what they look at when they're in the store. Your views should be higher than your visits, right? So here, over here, it's crazy. We're getting into really, really silly numbers now. 36K to 100, I'm not even going to write it. All the zeros on there. Okay? So you've got to get control of your organic views. Your organic views need to be far, far greater than any of this rubbish. Okay? This is rubbish. I don't know how much clearer I need to be to you. I'm not saying don't use social media. Use social media to build your brand and send the traffic to your website. I know I must sound like a broken record, but every day I look on Instagram, TikTok and Reddit, the message isn't getting through. But the fallout's coming through. People, oh, I've got no sales, my conversion rate's broken. Yes, because you're doing this, right? We've got to do this. Your organic traffic should be 70 to 80% of your total traffic. It should be dominated organically. And by the way, that includes Etsy ads. Don't get hooked up to Etsy ads. I've taught you this so many times. Do not switch Etsy ads on until you're making a sale a day, right? This is fundamental golden advice I'm giving you here for success. 70 to 80% organic traffic. Don't even look at social media. Don't look at ads. Don't look at nothing. Any of those traffic sources. You need to build organic and make sales from your organic traffic. Which brings us to the point, well, okay, Nick, I'm doing the organic traffic thing, right? I'm not doing social media, right? But no matter what I do, no one's buying my stuff, right? Nobody's buying my stuff. And you know what? I'm going to use a bit of spray here. I can't stand a dirty whiteboard. Hate it. And I don't want you to see it either. I don't want you guys to experience a dirty whiteboard. All right, that's not too bad. Is that acceptable, guys? Honestly, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. And by the way, next week I'm going to have a brand new Swish ceramic whiteboard here, which means there's no reflections. All the lighting I've got that I can't use, I'm going to use to bring you a much better experience. I spent a small fortune on this thing to bring you better videos that are clearer and easy to see on phones and tablets and so on. Okay, anyway, just thought I'd let you know that should be up for the next video after this one. So you're getting views. They're internal views, so correct and from Etsy, but no sales are happening. So what's going on? So this is the problem. This is the problem. Your value proposition is too weak. Whatever it is you're selling is not a compelling enough reason for the customer to buy from you. Okay? Whatever it is, whether it's a design, it's digital, whether you're making chopping boards, selling t-shirts, jewelry, right? It's too weak. You aren't giving the customer a good enough reason to click on you and choose you over thousands of other people, right? So the first thing you have to look at is the product itself, the product or design, okay? You've got to look at it. If it's the same as everybody else, you are going to lose. Yes, people say, yeah, but Nick, people need normal, they need the regular stuff. Yes, but they're going to buy it from somebody else because they've got visibility and you haven't. You have to build visibility, internal visibility on Etsy. So this is the problem. Your value proposition is too weak. The reason isn't strong enough for me or anybody to buy from you. And that is the product or design. You have to look here first. You have to qualify the quality of your product to yourself. Is the product good enough? What does it do that other products don't do? What are the unique features? Why should anyone buy this? Really do some soul searching here. This is the first part of the problem. It's always product and or design. If you're just the same as everybody else, you're not going to succeed because there's too many other people doing what you're doing, right? Once you've qualified the product or design and found weaknesses which you are willing to fix and make yours better so that you're not the same as everyone else and your proposition is much stronger, the next step, once you've done that, is always photos and video. Okay? Your photography and video will be letting your product down. Like today, before this video, I like to keep, you know, abreast of what's going on. So I went on TikTok, I went on Instagram, I went on Reddit today and Facebook, and I looked at what you guys are posting. Look at my new product. Here's my new store. And by the way, guys, for the first time ever, I'll tell you this right now. If you post your store on Facebook and Reddit and Instagram, you're going to get a load of traffic into your store that does not convert and does not sell, and you don't sell anything. It's going to reduce your visibility. So my advice to you, don't post your store on Reddit, Instagram, TikTok. You're just damaging it before you even get a chance. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of you doing this. It's a colossal mistake. Don't ever post your store on social media, right? You're just inviting people to click. All they're doing is clicking just to see how good or bad you are, maybe have a laugh or whatever. They're not buying anything. You've just damaged your store. Don't do it. Seriously, don't do it. Sorry, that's a side rant, but it's getting to the point where this message really needs to get out. I know some of you are starting to, I've seen people posting about me saying, actually, I think Nick's talking some sense. Maybe he's got a point, right? So your photos and video, once you've elevated your design, now you've got to look at photos and video. The amount of products I saw today where the photography is diabolical. Diabolical, it's just awful. Dark, washed out, products cut off, rubbish in the backgrounds, not staged, no lighting, just absolutely terrible. Half of them didn't even have a video. There was no video at all. How can we possibly be better if we're not going to put, a video? You've got to have decent photography and decent video, right? And once we've looked at the value proposition with the products and the design, we've looked at the photography and video and gone, yeah, do you know what? Mine isn't that great, right? Here's the next mistake that you are all making with new and growing Etsy stores. You are doing this. You are priced too low. Okay? This is another huge one. And look, I don't blame you for thinking this. You're pricing low to sell more. But unfortunately, the Etsy marketplace doesn't really work like that. It's not eBay. You don't just lower your price and make more sales. No, because there is a value perception, a value proposition drop when you lower your price. It's not lower the price, and then people are just going to buy because it's cheap. No. People think, well, it's not as good. Why is it so cheap? These guys over here with 20,000 sales, they're charging more. Oh, maybe I'll go and buy from them, Don't just start dropping your prices. I know there's YouTubers saying, do loss leaders, lower your price. It's all garbage, right? Don't do that. You are building a business. You are building a brand. My advice to you with price, do you know what my advice is? Start in the middle. Be in the middle of the pack. Go and survey 50 stores. Get all the prices low to high. Put yourself in the middle. Then you can move up, then you can move down. It's flexible, right? Start in the middle. Pricing too low, okay? And the next one, I could go on all day about weak value proposition. I'm literally telling you why you're getting views and no sales. This is the no sales part, right? Here, this is massive. You're not selling internationally, okay? The amount of people I see, they're in England, they just sell UK only. They're in Germany, they just sell to Germany. US, okay, you get a break. If you sell in the USA, if you're in the USA and you sell to US, you're lucky because most of the Etsy customers are in the United States, right? You cannot just sell to your country, right? You cannot use slow, inefficient postage methods, right? It's 2026. Unless there's a very, very good reason, you sell globally and you ship as quick as you possibly can and you charge the customer the fair price for it, right? You have to do that. These are things that customers expect. Ship worldwide, ship quickly, charge a fair price for it, and you'll make more sales. Don't limit yourself. Okay, I know it's scary. You know, when I first opened an Etsy store, well, that was way back in 2014, it was 12 years ago. I was so scared to ship internationally. Oh God, you know, you know, what if something goes wrong? What if they return it? What if it gets lost? Yeah, that happens. You may get really unlucky, most likely not. It's in the end, I did a study on this. It's 3% of 100 orders. So 3 orders out of 100 will encounter some kind of serious problem. You take that all day. That's 97 that don't have a problem. It's part of doing business. We've got to be brave. We've got to be strong. Okay? So this is what you've got to solve. You've got to be honest here. Because I deal with people all the time. They bring products to me in designs and photos and videos, and they're terrible, but they believe them to be good. They're like, Nick, what's wrong? And then I go through it and they're just sort of looking at me going, oh, it's absolutely crazy, right? I've been teaching this stuff for 10 years. I've worked on tens of thousands of stores. I've earned my clients, my store owners, well in excess of $25 million. If you want to be part of this, and I keep saying this, you know, seriously, join my Etsy Academy, all right? And I'll help you build a successful Etsy store. Booking now button's coming up. That takes you to a page. Watch the video that explains the Academy. You get a 7-day free trial. I look forward to catching you in there and building you a better Etsy business. Cheers.